Yo, what's up everybody, welcome back to another video, and as you guys this is by title and thumbnail, we're gonna be going over the ugliest cars in Java Empire, the worst looking cars in Java Empire that just absolutely look hideous and do not look good. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We are on the road to 100k, but obviously the next goal is 40k, so if you guys could like and subscribe, that'd be very well appreciated. The support has been insane. But yeah, so we get straight into it. Okay, so for the first car which we have on the list, we have the Renault Twizy. This thing that you get off a code, I'm pretty sure, so it's basically a free car. This thing is very interesting. I didn't even know it existed until it got added into the game, but yeah, I don't know how much Java Empire even paid for this. Hopefully it wasn't a lot, but yeah, this is a very interesting car here. I don't know, the doors go up, which is kind of cool, but yeah, it's definitely not the best looking car, as you guys can see. It's very like interesting. I don't even know what to say about it, but hey, it does have a back seat. I do like the doors, but it's definitely not the best looking car in the game, I'll tell you that. But hey, it's a free car, so hey, might as well just go ahead and get it. You know, can't complain if you're not wasting too much money. Or I think it maybe would have been some money, but it was like $100. I don't really remember, honestly, but yeah, basically a free car, nothing too crazy. Okay, now moving on, we have the Jaguar C-Type, and it's kind of crazy that we have a Jaguar on the list because Jaguar has so many good cars, but the front design of this is not it, bro. Just look at this. It literally just looks like a blobfish, bro. Like, look how goofy this looks. This literally just looks like a blobfish or something. It looks so goofy. The back isn't horrible, and it's crazy because Jaguar has so many nice cars. Like, look at the SJ220S. This is one of my favorite cars. Like, it looks so nice. They also have the CS75, I believe, or I forget what it's called. The Jaguar, yeah, CS75, yeah, right here. Very clean. They have a lot of good looking cars in the game, but the C-Type was just like their one miss. It does not look that good in my opinion. The front is what really sells it in my opinion. It just doesn't look amazing if I'm being completely honest. It's low-key not it. I don't know, like the front just doesn't look good. It just reminds me of a fish. It's like, I don't know, it's interesting. Like it looks like it has braces or something. It's actually just very interesting. Okay, but moving on, we have maybe a controversial one, but we have the Pagani Catalonga. I don't really know how you say that. I definitely just butchered that, but Pagani makes beautiful cars. I feel like this is the only car that I'm not a huge fan of, and it's not necessarily the back. It's another car that kind of just looks like a fish. With the lights on, it does look way better, I'll be honest, but without the lights on, it just does not look good in my opinion. It just looks like it's a literal, like an actual fish. Like it looks like there's like two little fins over here, and then these are like the fish eyes. I don't know, I just don't think this is the best car. It came out in what, 2022, so it's a newer car. It's not bad. I don't really hate the design on the back either. I think it's kind of unique, but it's just the front that absolutely sells it. The interior looks amazing, I'll tell you that. Each interior Pagani does is absolutely amazing, but the front of this, I'm just not a huge fan of. It just kind of looks like a fish, and I just think there's way better looking Pagani Huaras in my opinion. For example, like the Huara BC is by far better looking in my opinion. Also, the Huara BC Tempesta looks way better in my opinion, like way better. I like how that looks a lot, I'm not gonna lie. It's just definitely one of the only Paganis that I'm just not a huge fan of, which is kind of crazy. It's not like completely ugly, but it's not good looking either. I just don't like this design. I don't know, a lot of people might be bad in the comments, but that's just kind of my opinion. I'm just not the biggest fan of the Pagani Catalonga, how it looks. Okay, moving on, we have the Citroen Amy. And these are very interesting cars, kind of like the Renault. They're like very tiny cars, but yeah, I don't even really know what to say about this car. It barely goes like any miles per hour. So let's see the top speed real quick. I think it might be lucky to hit 80 miles per hour. I'm not even trolling. Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah, 80 miles per hour, and then 115, and 115 is basically useless in this game. And then there's a Citroen Amy buggy version, which I guess you could put the top down. Like, bro, what is this? I don't know why this exists, but it is not good looking, bro. Why did we get licenses for this? I don't really know. This car barely moves. We're going 30 up the hill. Oh my god, bro. I don't even know why this car exists in the game, but yeah, it's not good looking at all. It's not even cool like the Renault Twizy. I don't think the doors go up. Yeah, they don't even go up. So yeah, very interesting car. I don't really know why they got a license for Citroen. It's kind of like interesting in my opinion, but you know, I guess kind of cool, but just not the best looking car like in general. Like it just looks very bland. It literally just looks like a box with like 4 wheels. Like it's not like interesting at all in my opinion. It's just definitely not the best looking car. It's just very interesting. Okay, moving on, we have the Nissan Juke. Okay, Nissan Juke. Now it is a Nismo RS, which makes it really cool, but I cannot lie to you guys, the design of this car is just absolutely ugly. Okay, the interior looks pretty normal, nothing crazy, but if we go ahead and just look at the whole car like itself, let's go ahead and just see it real quick. We could see this headlight design is just like, bro, why does the car look like angry or something, bro? Like it looks weird. It has a Nismo RS, but I don't think it deserves that badge, bro. Why does it look like that? And then the back is just like, I don't know, bro. It looks like distorted. It looks like they just took the two like tail lights and just made it distorted. It's very, very interesting. But yeah, I don't like the design of it. It's really like most of these cars is really just the headlight design. It's really just the headlight design that kind of ruins it. I don't know why they went with this. I don't know if they were trying to do something unique, but wait, I guess the blinkers are over here on the side. What the heck? Wait, that's actually weird. Why are the blinkers there? Okay, yeah, that's completely weird. I don't know how I feel about that at all. That is really, really weird. Or the blinkers here. I don't know, but I just don't like the design. I don't like how it looks. I'm gonna be honest. It's not the best looking car. Probably one of Nissan's only misses that we have in the game. But yeah, not the best looking car. I gotta say it's very, very interesting. Okay. Moving on, we have the Pontiac Aztec. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get mad because this is the Breaking Bad car. So, a lot of people are going to be like, yo, bro, obviously it's an iconic Breaking Bad car. I do understand that. I did watch the show. It's very, very goated. But it's another one of those things that, it's just the headlight design again. I'm not going to lie. The back actually doesn't look bad. But the headlight design is just like, it's a goofy car, bro. It's kind of more goofy than ugly. I wouldn't say it's completely ugly, but it is a very, very goofy looking car. Like, just look at this. Oh my god, it literally looks like a bug, bro. It looks like a critter. What the heck is that? Yeah, it's a very, very interesting car, and the interior is also very outdated, so it's not the best looking interior. I wouldn't call it completely ugly. I just kind of have a like ugly color on it right now. But what is this design? Why does it go up and down like that? What the heck? Yeah, I wouldn't call it completely ugly, at least on the inside. But like, bro, what the heck is this? Why do the air vents look like that? That is interesting. But yeah, very, very interesting. I don't really know what to say much about this car. It is a very, very iconic car, though. I will say I will respect it because it's very, very iconic. But the front of it just literally looks like a bug. That's kind of the best way I could explain this car. Okay, moving on, we have the TBR Cerbera, and it's kind of might be a hot take, but I do think that this car just looks kind of goofy. It kind of just looks like a girl with her makeup on. I don't really know, like just two lips here, and like I don't know. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's a little bit weird. But yeah, this is a very, very interesting looking car. I do like the back of it because it has like a lot of body kits and you could change stuff. So let's actually go ahead and try to maybe change it and make it look not ugly. I don't really know because there's a lot of body kits for it, but just stock, I don't like how this car looks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of how the car looks. So I'm trying to find a wide body. No, yeah, let me find a front bumper. See, like it doesn't change the headlight design. Like look, it doesn't change like the headlight design. It still kind of just looks ugly in my opinion. Maybe we can find a hood that's better. Like look, even stock, I just don't like how it looks. I'll be super honest. Or maybe if I change the wide body on it, yeah, it doesn't change the headlights at all. Is there a headlight option that we could change? There's tail lights, exhaust mirrors. Yeah, there's no headlight. So yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan of this. I don't think it looks good. This might be a hot take. It's not the most horrible looking car in the list, but I'm just not a huge fan of it if I'm being completely honest. Okay, moving on, we have another Pontiac, and we have the Pontiac Solstice. And when I see this car, all I see is this car literally just having braces, like actual braces, not like the car that we just went over, the Jaguar C-Type, I think. Like this car actually has braces and it's very, very goofy looking. I don't know what Pontiac was doing back then a few years ago. I do like that red speedometer design that they went with. It's very, very cool. But I will say yeah, everything else is really not it about this car design wise. It just does not look amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a really big fan of it if I'm being completely honest. It just doesn't look amazing. It does sound kind of good though. I don't really mind the back. It's not a horrible design. It's just honestly most of these cars is really just the headlight design. Like, oh my god, why does it look like that? This car also just looks like a fish. Like, why is the middle over here just not lighting up? That is so weird. Yeah, I don't like how that looks. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, moving on. We have the Arash AF10. We have so many random brands. Like, a lot of these are just random brands. And the reason I don't really like this is the back does look cool. But, like, this is another car that just kind of looks like it's distorted. Like, it's warped a little bit. I don't really know how to explain it. But I don't like that, like, front design also. It's just, it's weird. Like, why is the car, like, hold back like that? I don't like that. It just looks weird. Like, a lot of these cars just looks like bugs. Or, like, what the heck? Look at it. It literally has a face on it, bro. It just looks weird. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of that if I'm being completely honest. Like, I don't know why it looks like that. That is interesting. But anyways, moving on. We have the Alfa Romeo Jr. Look at this. Yeah, Alfa Romeo, please stick to making normal cars like this. Look, this thing's absolutely beautiful. Alfa Romeo 4C is also not a bad looking car at all. I wouldn't say it's really ugly in my opinion. Then we also got the other version of the Alfa Romeo, right? It looks very, very clean. Very, very good looking car. But the Alfa Romeo Jr., this car is not it. Again, this headlight design is just absolutely not it. It looks so weird. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm not a huge fan of this. And in the back is kind of cool. I don't really know. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't look good. It's a very, very goofy looking car to say the least. I don't really know what to even say about this car. But I think this just speaks for itself. Like, look at this. Why did Alfa Romeo make an SUV? Yo, please stick to just making cars, okay? This is not it. I'm not gonna lie. This is not it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think is the ugliest car in Driving Empire. It doesn't even have to be the one that I mentioned on this list. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Have a good one, everybody, and bye.